Put your hands where I can see them.
Sorry, but following a lady's lead just isn't my style.
Put them up now.
Bit of advice, try using knives next time. Works better for close encounters.
Leon. Long time no see.
Ada. So it is true.
True? About what?
You, working with Wesker.
I see you've been doing your homework.
Why, Ada?
What's it to you?
Why are you here? Why'd you show up like this?
See you around.
Ada!
Luis has succeeded in recovering the sample. He's waiting in the castle. Get in contact with him, ASAP.
Understood.
And that US government lapdog, Leon. If you do happen to encounter him, put him out of commission. We can't let him interfere with our plans.
He has no idea what's going on. He's nothing we need to worry about.
He's a survivor of Raccoon City. We can do without the extra distraction. Take him out.
Leon.
Alright my friends, welcome back to my walkthrough for Separate Ways. So in this chapter we need to start by getting out of the maze, which is always troublesome. I always manage to somehow get lost here, but this time it should be fine. And at least we don't have to deal with wolves running around. Instead we'll have to deal with a bunch of zealots. But they can actually be pretty dangerous. Especially there's a few zealots who will have crossbows and you have to take care of them quickly before they start firing arrows at Ada. Just selling some stuff here. And now we can get going. Let's take care of these two first. That's not good. I was hoping I could get that guy in the head and not have to do this, but get used to it because unfortunately a lot of the zealots here will actually turn into parasites once you shoot them, so we need to dispose of them quickly. But you also need to be very careful here because, like I said, it's very easy for you to get overwhelmed here. And you know, I just remember that there really need to be at least two merchants, because it's impossible for this merchant to be here in the gardens and at the same time he was also in the room where Leon and Ada met. He was creeping up on them, so I just remember that there really has to be two merchants at least. Anyway, we can take care of these ones from here. And we can go around and collect a few treasures, but there's going to be a lot more zealots coming after Ada, of course. So let's start by going through here. I almost forgot to open this chest, but be careful because there's a zealot waiting. I dodged that very narrowly, but let's shoot him. And I guess it's coming off. You always need to be careful with these parasites. I think they're the most threatening of them all, because if you get hit with the acid that they fire, it's an instant death attack really. So you do need to be very careful. Not close enough. I mean, I love how they can like throw those sides as boomerangs. Let's use a grenade here to dispose of them a little bit more quickly. That should also prevent them from transforming. There we go. I tell you, it's very easy to forget where you need to go in this area. But we'll manage. And now let's go through here. There's a yellow herb. It's always frustrating when you don't even hit them in the head, but the parasite still appears. There we go. Let's take care of the parasite now. At least we've taken care of most of the enemies now, so we're pretty much good to go at this point. There's another zealot here, and he has a torch. But you can burn him as he does this. But of course the parasite comes out again, because why not? You know, if you use that torch to start a fire in the gardens, Ada would probably be surrounded by flames, and that would probably be a lot more effective than trying to blow the flames in Ada's direction. But, you know, zealots, aside from saying that living is dying and whatever, they're really not that bright. So if we go through here, we can pick up a jewel. And there's a zealot there, but we're going to take this path now, and then we can get out of here. There's an incendiary grenade here in the corner. And there is a zealot there. I almost don't feel like finishing him off, and to be fair, I don't really need to. I could just make a run for it, but oh well. I guess he didn't transform, which is rather strange considering most of them did transform and reveal the parasites. And I totally took a wrong turn here, but let's go through here. And we are leaving the maze once and for all. Just have to take care of this guy. This guy didn't even bother saying anything other than just die. Die, 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 die. It's, you know, they're not a very friendly cult, that's for sure. And that's not going to work. Oh, I guess it did. Okay, that's all of them, so let's get out of here. There's a few more rewards that we can collect in the same room that where Leon met Ada. things sure would be awkward if Leon entered this room once again and he saw Ada. Because apparently she has to kill him now if she sees him. Which, you know, clearly won't happen. I'm going to be selling all of this bow gun ammunition. I don't need it, so I'm going to dispose of it. Plus, usually I only get the bow gun in the last chapter, honestly. But we need to go through here. And we're going to have to deal with a few enemies. But surprisingly, in the next area, it plays out in a very similar way to the first time that we completed the game with Leon. So we shouldn't have too many issues. Let's just take care of this parasite. And be careful here in the corner. Let's take care of that guy. There we go. And there's going to be another one. Wait for him to fire the arrows and then you can actually get close to him and use the knife. That way you always save some ammunition, and as you know, the enemies with crossbows, they can't really do any other attacks, so just slash them away. And let's take care of that guy. I bet he's going to turn into a parasite. Of course he is, because why not? There we go. And let's take care of this guy. We might not have enough time to turn around and shoot him as we jump inside. So it's best to take care of him through the window. Isn't it amazing how Ada manages to land on her feet after such a high jump and she doesn't even break one of her high heels? It's something else. I guess fashion beats common sense in Resident Evil, which is nothing new really. And I'm assuming someone came back to this area and placed some new treasures inside the room, because that treasure room is full whenever we come with Leon and Ashley later on. About time. And now we can get out of here. By the way, there's a zealot at the end of this corridor, but I really don't think there's a point in you going there. So might as well move on ahead. Actually, I don't even know why they placed a zealot there, because you don't have to go to that area. In fact, you can't even pass into the other room, so I guess he'll be the one zealot that survives this entire ordeal.
Welcome. Got a selection. What are you selling? Is that old? Thank you. Is that old? Thank you.
The bowgun arrows actually sell for a pretty high price, so selling them isn't a bad idea, especially if you're not using the bowgun, of course. And now we have some more company here. Let's take care of them. And now get a grenade ready, because this area plays out precisely in the same way that it did when Leon first passed through here. So throw the grenade quickly, throw it near the gate so that it destroys the lock, and get out of here, because if you stay inside that cage with the Garrador, you are going to have serious issues, and there's a very good chance that Ada will die. Because if he strikes Ada twice, she's done for, and she will be beheaded, which obviously we don't want to happen. Let's wait here, take care of these two zealots, and then we'll take care of the Garrador inside the cage. We'll use the semi-auto rifle. I actually think he's weaker in separate ways than he is in the normal campaign of the game, because it should only take 2 bullets from the semi-auto rifle to finish the Garrador, but maybe the semi-auto rifle is just upgraded here at this point, unlike with the main campaign of the game where you actually have to upgrade your weapons. In this situation I believe it's already pretty much upgraded, not the entire way, because I do know that it does have better capacity than this, but nonetheless 2 bullets should be enough. So let's hit him one more time. There we go. I didn't mean to miss that shot. And now we can get out of this room. We just need to visit that treasure chest. I'm not going to bother with the remaining zealots here. Frankly, it's not worth it. But before you leave, make sure you pick up that ruby.
Leon, I'm sorry, but I can't be seen with you.
So Ada feels pretty bad that she can't help Leon, but she has enough problems of her own, really. We're going to have a little ambush here. Enemies will come from both sides, but all that you need to do is jump down. And by the way, there's a chess board that you can pick up here. I'm going to do that, but we're just going to use the knife strategy trick to dispose of the enemies one by one. So what we're going to do is avoid these enemies. You can always use a flash grenade or shoot them with a shotgun if you need. And now we're just going to stay up here and use the knife to throw the enemies down one by one. And by doing this we save up a lot of ammunition, but we can still get the rewards. Hopefully some of them will drop rewards. But honestly, if you don't really care, then you can always just make a run for it towards the exit, because once Ada leaves this area the chapter will be over. I swear those 2 ribbons on Ada's back, it's like they have a wheel of their own. And apparently Leon keeps wasting TMP ammunition for whatever reason. You know, when I was here with Leon, that's not the strategy that I chose to use, so they should adapt it. Let's finish these 2 off. I have plenty of ammunition and I really don't feel like waiting. Shouldn't take much longer, but of course this was going to happen. That's what I get for being a little bit trigger happy here. You see, if you use the knife while they're climbing up the steps, they shouldn't turn into parasites, at least I don't think they do. So I would have saved some bullets, but it's really not a big deal. Let's get out of here. Because I really need a break from Leon's machine gun fire. But if you try to go through here, Ada says that if she reveals herself to Leon, she will have to kill him, which to me is bogus because she's already revealed herself to Leon plenty of times, so I really don't think it would matter. Plus she's terrible at following orders anyway, so I'm sure Wesker would understand. But that's going to be it for this chapter, my friends. As soon as we leave this corridor, the chapter will be over. We still have a few more rewards that we can collect, but we don't have to fight anything in the next room. We do get to hear Ashley screaming, which is always a very big negative, but we have no choice. But as always, thank you so much for watching, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this segment, and I will see you all later for the next chapter of Separate Ways. Take care.
Leon! I got it!
Now that I have the sample, you serve me no purpose.
Sadler!
My boy Salazar will make sure you follow the same fate.
Stay with me, Louis. I am a researcher, hired by Sadler. He found out what I was up to.
Don't talk.
Here. It should suppress growth of the parasite. The sample. Sadler took it. You have to get it back. Louis! Louis!
I found Louise. Unfortunately, a bit too late.
Did you retrieve the sample?
No, Sadler has it.
There will be another time. Have you had a chance to eliminate Leon?
Not yet.
If that's the case, then maybe we can capitalize on his little lucky streak. Take advantage of the distraction he is causing for Sadler and his followers to retrieve the sample.
Jack Krauser has been the subject of extensive study and research by the organization. His skills and personality have been tested both on and off the battlefield. If he weren't the best, he would become a liability that would jeopardize the rest of us. My conclusion? He's a great soldier. No more, no less. As long as he's well compensated, he shouldn't cause any problems for us. If he does start to get restless, I can take care of him. I've studied his combat style and can deal with that arm of his if necessary. Krauser answers directly to Wesker, and it was Wesker who decided that Krauser should be sent to spy on the cult. He also decided to send me along. I wonder if it wasn't to keep an eye on Krauser. No doubt, Krauser has already fallen to the temptation of Las Plagas and the power they represent. This could have dire consequences for the organization. On some level, however, this may be a necessary development, as his role is to disrupt this farce of a play. That said, the stage and its players will ultimately come crashing down in the end. Bad luck for him. But he'll play the patsy in the end and take the fall for all of us. That's why I need to make sure things keep going exactly as they are.